Morning, Steve Free in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Happy May Day to everybody. Some countries around the world, like China, Russia, South America, are closed today, so we're not seeing probably the volume today that we would normally see. As far as overnight, bean prices down a couple of cents, corn up a penny, wheat's down anywhere from 2 to 5 cents. The dollar's stronger, and crude's lower. A little bit of concern about Iran and the contract that they have with Iran and whether or not Iran has broken that particular treaty. As far as the month goes, wheat prices up roughly 42 cents for soft wheat, 51 cents for hard wheat, spring wheat up 29 cents. I think market's trying to put a weather premium back from earlier trade. Corn was up only 4 cents, beans down 7 cents, meal down up $7, while oil is down 155 points. So when you look at the bean complex, seeing a little bit of pressure in beans because of the uncertainty of the China-U.S. trade. Meal still supported by the lower Argentina crop, maybe shift of crush to the United States. And oil, again, on the defensive because of too much oil in the world. And basically, in a soybean crush, we're crushing for meal, which adds to oil stocks. USDA said 17% of the corn was planted versus 27 average. Expect a lot of work done in the next few days before a rain system goes across the Midwest. And some farmers reporting that they're going to welcome this rain because of the dry, windy, low humidity is drying out the topsoil. In the northern plains, 10% of the spring wheat's planted versus 36 average, beans 5% versus 5 average, and conditions improved a little bit in the winter wheat conditions. And we note that the tour is going to go through Kansas and we'll probably find good yields in the eastern part of Kansas, but as they move west, yields will probably decline from average. From a weather standpoint, our weather guy put out his guesstimates for May and for the Midwest. Basically, across much of the Midwest, May temperatures should be near to below normal. Precip pretty much normal except a band across Kansas, northern Missouri, and into central Illinois. So we'll kind of watch and see about that. As far as the summer is concerned, still temperatures probably for the most part near to below normal, except for an area around western Kansas. Precip-wise, normal to above across the northern plains, maybe normal to below from Nebraska across to Iowa into central Illinois, and then maybe normal to above normal in the southeast part of the country. So basically, we're trying to figure out what all that means. There might be a little less precip across parts of the Midwest, but temperatures don't look to be hot. USDA is going to be coming out May 10th with numbers. I think the first corn crop number around 14.1 billion bushels. That's a yield a little bit above 174. And a carryout could be around 1630 for 18 and 19, which could be supportive to the corn market. Around a 4350 bean number, that's a 49 yield. A carryout around 425, which could also be a little supportive, especially if the market thinks that down the road we could see a little bit better increase in U.S. soybean export trade. And the wheat carryout around 1 billion bushels, which if we have a normal crop, we might be a little negative to the wheat. We're also noting to see how the USDA handles the fact that if you take the combined Argentina and Brazil corn crop, it could be as much as 25 million tons below last year. That's about 1 billion bushels less corn. So we'll see how all that unfolds. As far as any other news, again, the market's trying to figure out whether we're starting a new phase of inflation and whether or not that will help commodity prices. Also, the president had a 30-day reprieve on steel and aluminum tariffs for Mexico, Canada, and the EU. He, for Argentina, Australia, and Brazil, had a permanent exception. So, again, bending a little bit, especially from a NAFTA perspective. So, all in all, global weather, Brazil's still dry, Australia's still dry, Russia's dry, no rain for the next 2 weeks, and Argentina's seeing maybe too much rain as far as getting the completion of their harvest. So all in all, seems like the market for beans is trying to find some resistance going into the trade talks. Corn trying to find some support at season highs because of global weather, and wheat also trying to find support at recent highs because of global weather. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM Investor Services, and have a safe and profitable trading day.